I'm Preston Thompson. This is FTE 211. We're going to be going over the Tisas 1911A1, and we're going to fully disassemble her, and we're also going to polish the feed ramp and go over a couple more things as we go along. So follow me, and we're going to take her apart. All right, time for a detail strip. I'm going to make sure the firearm is unloaded. Checking the chamber. So we are going to be polishing that up. This is the feed ramp. It looks like it could use some love. We want to make those two very mirror image together so it just rides right into the chamber, causing no friction or unneeded friction. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be polishing up both of those parts and see how they come along. You want to clean a field strip clean every time you shoot, and every 500 or 1000 you want to take everything apart and basically just look at all your parts and make sure everything is not worn, not damaged, not broken. So what I would do is I take all my little parts and I put them in some break-free cleaner, let them sit and soak for 2-3 minutes. Once you get everything clean, nylon brush, scrub at everything, get everything off until your white rags are white. Take all the black out, all the dirt, debris, and oil everything. Everything gets oil. This one needs that little tiny gap that you see in between there. And there is a specific measurement for this gap. It needs to be 0.032 inches of gap between the frame and the feed ramp. Now, with a little bit of polishing, gave it a nice shiny finish along with the feed ramp and the frame. What we want to try to avoid is ammunition failures and malfunctions. And the best way to do that is to memorize your manual, keep it nearby, call the manufacturer if you have any questions that the manual doesn't go over, because they tell you exactly what should be used within the firearm for what it was made to shoot. So like plus P's and undergrain ammunition that's just causing dangers. One, you're overpowering your firearm with the possibility of explosions, injury, etc., etc. Just go by the manual. If a customer came to me and needed some help with his grip or stance, yeah, that should be a gunsmith's job. Like if somebody wants to understand a safe way to use their firearm where they are in no fear of that weapon, that's our job. We want to keep everybody safe. A good way to understand how important these firearms are is one, your manual, the manufacturer. Any questions that you have, you want to do some research and ask before you decide to do things. With this, say you want to throw a magazine that's bigger than, a 7-rounder, and you want to put an extended magazine. Or say you want to add a big fat sight on here, or have it put together where the trigger is, all these things that you can update on your firearm could cause malfunctions if you don't know what you're doing. So the grip, the stance, everything that you have factory, say you add more weight to the back with more ammunition or more weight up top on the slide, you have the faults of overtime, things come loose. It's just things that people don't really pay attention to. It's kind of like a car. Literally exactly like a car. You can update it, all those things, but your warranty goes away. So there's a lot of push and pull of what you need to understand before you just go putting in things into your firearm. So say if you're EDC and you want a lighter trigger, you're pushing court stuff. If you ever have to use it for self-defense, 4 pounds, if it's underneath 4 pounds, you're going to be looked pretty bad on, along with all the other cosmetics you do to your firearm. Honestly, factory's the best, especially for EDC. Self-defense, keep it as factory as possible. All those upgrades that you're doing, just understand where you're putting it and what weight differences you're doing, because these are built like a clock. They're timed, they're set, they've done it by the physics of these pistols, rifles, you name it. And with that, I am Preston Thompson. Thank you for joining me and taking her apart and polishing up the feed ramp and all the goodies. I'll see you next time.